On June 28, 2007, I went out to take a client of Little's Level Home Services to a doctor's appointment. Got there about 12 noon and parked in one of the handicap parking there. It's only three of them. One has the name of spelling on it that say reserved. I went to the client home to get her and put her in the car. She was on the walker. After going to my car, I saw a big ding in white paint on the passenger side. So I went to Vicky's spelling house and knocked on the door. She didn't come out, so I walked back to my car. Then Joanne's husband, James, came out and asked what was going on. He looked at my car door and said, "That's not right." So by then, Vicky came out and I asked her why did she hit my car. She said, "No, I didn't." Jim, which is the client's husband, said, "Vicky, yes, you did. There's the dent in your paint on her door." I called my job and I had my boss, Corey Ghostin, on the telephone while this conversation was going on. I told her I told Vicky, well, I had to go take the client Joanne to the doctor, that when I get back that I was going to call the police department. By the time I got back with the client Joanne, it was late and I had to go to my second job. So I said it was only a dent and I pushed it off. The next day I got to work, I received a phone call from Officer Southwick. I put my boss on the phone. At that time, she talked with him and she put me back on the phone. He asked me what happened. I told him she dent my car and that I had to leave, and when I get back I would call the police. I told him that forgot I forgot about it, and he said, "I see nothing wrong that you done. I'm not going to charge you with anything." In October 2007, Detective Gina Morelli called my job, so I put my boss, Corey Ghostin, on the phone. She talked to her and said that we had been having problems with Victoria's spelling for a while, bothering Joanne Swine. Client called and said, "Please help her do something about her." Joanne stated that she was very sick, so I talked with Detective Gina Morelli. After that, she asked me to come to her office for an interview. So I went down and met with her, and I told her what happened on that day. She asked me about Victoria. I told her she was always calling me racist name and black bitches. I told her the only reason she was doing that because she knew powerful people. She always told me that. At that time, I offered to take a lie detector test. She said, "No, that's okay. You don't have to." She said that she would get back with me. On February 28, 2008, the U.S. Marshal called my job and told my boss that they had a $50,000 fugitive warrant for my arrest. They told Corey Ghostin not to tell me that they will be there in 10 to 15 minutes. She said, "Shirley, get your things and leave and go into the stairway until I let you know they are gone." I had no idea they came back and charged me with a crime I never done. All I want is just after being arrested, and told what the charges was, I was released out on bond on my own $15,000 signature bond. I've been going back and forth to court since April 2008. On August 11, 2008, at that time, the judge, Sylvester, stated at that time that in her old law firm that her and Carolyn Chambers was associate. I had a problem with that, but they proceeded on anyway. My attorney called Michael Knight. He is the chief investigator for the 18th Judicial District Attorney Office. My attorney asked him if he had any contact with Carolyn Chambers with regarding to a case about Shirley Thomas. Carolyn Chambers had Michael Knight involved in October 2007. He said Carolyn Chambers requested him to come up and meet with him and Victoria Spelling. They also asked Lisa Lawrence with Victim Comp Group of their office to come and attend the meeting. Next, my attorney put investigator Gina Morelli on the stand. He asked her, how did she become involved in the case? She said her supervisor, chief investigator, Mike Knight. Gina then went on to state that after Carolyn Chambers met with Victoria Spelling is how the case got reopened. Carolyn Chambers requested that the intake unit reopen the case, that Aurora police came out to Victoria's home and seen where there was no crime committed on that day and had closed the case. Next, he called Carolyn Chambers to the stand, and he asked her when was the first time she spoke with Victoria Spelling. She stated at a Aurora Republican function meeting. She also stated that she was acquainted that Victoria Spelling was one of her acquaintances. She had known her since 2003. She stated that she had given money to the Republican campaign for Carolyn Chambers. After hearing all that in court, that's when I found out Carolyn Chambers was behind having me falsely charged with a crime that never happened. All I want is justice for what has happened to me and get my good.